Jeff McClure making a move to the front. How about Tim Steele? He started in 24th position and is now already up to 10th. So he is on the move.
That's exactly what happened to Tim Steele. You see his...
Oh, we got a car hitting the wall right in front of Steele.
And he went low up in turns 3 and 4. One car had backed it in the wall and then slid down across the racetrack. And here are the leaders heading back to take the caution flag from Doyle Ford as he signals them and waves the caution for the first time today. As 106 laps in the books. We're just commenting that Tim Steele did exactly the same thing in Daytona. As here's a car slow on the apron.
That's Bob Strait. Is slow on the apron. It looks like he is spun. He's going to start going again. He might have been involved in that accident up in turns 3 and 4.
Field now forming up behind the Pontiac safety car down the back straightaway. The incident took place in between turns 3 and 4. The car slid up across the racetrack and down right in front of Tim Steele.
That might have been the 89 car of Jeff McClure. There's some smoke, which there we see straight spin. And is that the 89 car of McClure that spun and hit the wall?
I think it's one of those cars that was up in the lead pack. It's hard to...
Now, McClure was being shown in the 7th position after starting back in 16th spot. His car down on the apron. Here are the leaders up there coming out of turn 2. Apparently, we are told they have an ignition problem. Is that right, John Kernan?
Which will remain anonymous. He's told me they're only, and there's going a spin out on the racetrack. Bowser will take only right side tires and gas. The 84 car, and it looks like the caution is coming out, Jerry.
And car number 84 of Tom Lorenz out of Red Oak, Texas, the Interstate Battery Chevrolet, has looped it around, and we're going to see caution.
And that was one of the cars that...
The fuel cell area, but here's a car that had a fire just moments ago in the pits and is still smoking down on pit road as the smoke billows beneath Tim Steele's car. The car that won here, that's exactly the same car that won here last year.
Looks like they're doubling up pretty well.
And Ben, as you mentioned, 2 of those cars that are in the lead lap are right in front of the leader, so technically there are only 9 that are in the lead lap. Bill Venturini is the leader.
And one car has tagged the wall on the restart right in the middle of the tri-oval area. That's the car number 82 that has spun around and hit the wall up in the middle of the tri-oval and come to rest there. That is Laura Lane out of Charlotte, North Carolina, the comic strip Ford. It's the Clayton Cunningham-owned car, and she is sitting trying to get the car refired as the field now comes off of turn 2. Watch to the right of your picture. Laura Lane.
We don't know exactly why she went up and made some contact with the wall. We'll try. The race made the pit stop and was penalized 1 lap for not backing up over the line.
Back up front, actually again in contact with the wall. Heavy contact that looks to be the car. Jeff McClure has been involved in that incident. As a car it came together, that was L.W. Miller in the car number 5, the short track ace from Pennsylvania and New York. What a great run he was having. He gets jammed up against the outside wall, also collects Jeff McClure. Here's Venturini in the car number 25 and Jimmy Horton, as they will be shown at the lead twosome. Along with them should be Loy Allen and Jeff Purvis.
Watch this. We see McClure on the inside, L.W. Miller on the outside, and Miller goes up, hits the wall, and comes down and catches McClure.
And there's the roof flap. You can see once McClure's car got backwards, that roof flap came up, did his job, kept the car down.
The challenge, Horton now fields it off and holds the front spot.
Well, Bill Venturini just passed Bob Hill for the 5th spot.
Now remember, Venturini took on 4 tires, and they're far behind these 2 guys who are running first and second. Around Hill.
Well, now Hill goes back by.
There it is. That's the battle. That is for 6th and 7th. Hill in the red car.
Challenge up front. Purvis trying to look to the inside, and Jimmy Horton's car handling so well. He hugs the bottom of the racetrack. He had about a half a groove, and Purvis thought about sneaking a peek. Couldn't quite get it in there.
Looks like Purvis might have a little more power than Jimmy Horton, but Horton's car, as Jerry said, is handling very, very well.
Laps is winding down. Benny, you mentioned the starting lineup for tomorrow's race. You might mention the cars who did not qualify. Richie Petty, Jim Sauter, Rich Bickle did not make the starting lineup. Jimmy Horton, who has a good chance of winning this race today, did not make it in the Hover Motorsports Ford. Neither did Ronnie Sanders, Ward Burke, or Delvin Coward. Those are the cars that did not make the qualifying field for the Winston Select 500 for tomorrow. And Horton might have a good Saturday. He's hoping to be able to race both days. Didn't quite get qualified for the Winston Cupper, but he's got a good shot at winning it today if he can hold off the car number 1 of Jeff Purvis.
Oh, we've got a crash. Jerry Glanville, coach, is fun coming off turn 4, and maybe this thing, caution is out. Boy, I knew we got ourselves a race now.
Oh, yeah. We've still got 7 cars in the lead lap, so they'll all get the bunch up.
Here's Purvis, but they take the caution flag, and he was trying. There's the pace car trying to pull on. That's what's left of the car number 81 of Jerry Glanville, his first ARCA start. He was back in 21st spot, being shown 4 laps in. Had done a pretty good job today.
He had done a good job. Well, he's done a good job because we hadn't seen him on screen. If he'd have done something stupid, would have been pointed out all day long.
And you talk about a layoff. We mentioned in front of the show, the drivers in this series had not raced since Daytona on February 13th. He had not been in a car to race, actually in a race since last July. He tried to qualify on a Busch car at Hickory, didn't make the field. Here, once again, is what happened to Coach Jerry Glanville.
Well,
there he is down on the inside. He's
good question.
Out of control. He was running in the front of a pack of cars there. She slid down on the inside into that embankment on the inside of the track.
Racing together. If Allen gets alongside, they kiss his race goodbye.
Boy, Horton has jumped in the throttle of that car number 52. Now tries to bring the car down and break the grass. There's a battle back there. Frank Kimmel, the 02, and Bobby Boucher in the car number 21 with Mark Thompson in the 66 right behind them.
Boucher in fourth, yeah.
Kimmel is a lap down to these cars. Back there. There they are. For the last position on the lead lap. That's for 6th spot. Hill gets it. Meanwhile, back to the lead. Here we go. Hertz on the outside takes the lead as a white flag. No, 2 more laps to go. I thought it was white flag. That 2 more laps to go.
And Purvis put his foot in that Runt Pittman engine. That's the Morgan McClure Sterling Marlin engine builder. And these guys side by side are going to give Purvis a chance to get away.
Allen is...
Oh, those flaps, did they do a job? We're going to look at them again.
Oh, right back down the ground.
I don't know if there are engineering awards in motorsports, but there should be. That young man right there is going to be very thankful. And this probably will come away. Here is the caution flag being waved and the white flag. So caution is white, and this time, as they come by for the win, here comes Boucher, and Purvis will take the caution flag and the white flag, but it's not over, fans. Remember what happened in Bristol, Tennessee, and they're already celebrating down in the Jeff Purvis pit.
It's over. I mean, they get the checkered flag the next time by.
Yeah, but Mark Martin didn't make it all the way back.
We see that once in a lifetime. This baby is over.
Okay, going forward, waving the caution and the white, and Jeff Purvis will take the Delco Remy Chevrolet Lumina to victory lane behind the Pontiac safety car. Great run by Purvis. And what about Bobby Boucher, the car number 21, as Loy Allen climbs out of the Hooters Ford?
Evidently, there was contact between Loy Allen and the 52 car of Jimmy Horton. Let's take a look and see. We see the two car on the outside, Jimmy Horton, and Horton goes up. Did Bowser get in the back of the car?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say which one of those cars. Somebody touched him, I think, as he came out there. But look at those flaps. Really do their job. Put the car back down on the ground. Then as it spun around again, here they come up again.
I tell you, what a job. You got to give a call to the NASCAR people who, look, there's a dent in the back of the car. Looks like he got a little bit of maybe some sheet metal damage before he even hit the wall. But those flaps up on that car kept that car on the ground. It started to lift. The flaps put it back on the ground. They're stall flaps to stall the air coming across the top of the car so it'll stay on the ground. That's indeed what it did. And fortunately, Loy Allen able to walk away. But This car right here will be headed to victory lane, the Delco Remy X1R friction-proofing Chevrolet. Jeff Purvis, and they're standing on pit road. Mark Reno, congratulations. Mark Reno, the crew chief down there, for Jeff Purvis, and what a job they have done.
Now they go up beside of him and congratulate Jeff Purvis on winning the race there. Mark Thompson does. That's what they did to Mark Martin in Bristol, but they did it on the white flag lap rather than the checkered flag lap.
I tell you, it's somewhat of a victory for Mark Thompson, who finishes in third today after that spectacular spill at Daytona. Here again's what happened.
Well, this is the camera on top of the roof, and we really can't see what initiated the contact between Loy Allen and Jimmy Horton.
Yeah, I think Horton is the car that maybe made contact with Allen's car.
Different angle once again. We'll show you with 2 laps to go, coming at you out of turn 2.
The cars are just so far apart, and all of a sudden they just go together. I can't tell if Loy Allen came down the racetrack or Horton went up. Hard to say exactly what happened. I don't know.
Hard to say, but got to believe. You talk about a testimonial for those flaps. I said, I don't know if there's an engineering award for motorsports, but it should go to whoever developed those flaps, as certainly they have done their job repeatedly at Daytona. And as Ned, you mentioned, it came out in a bulletin this week that those flaps will be required on every car in NASCAR racing on tracks of a mile or longer.
Starting in August.